like what Tom mentioned a little bit ago, that from an artist standpoint. And, like on Saturdays, my wife and I usually will go to like a little town we have maybe aren't too familiar with. Sometimes we'll drive out to Pennsylvania, see areas that we've never seen before, because some of those little towns you never know. But you get out there and you talk to people. You're going to come up with so many ideas just from doing little things that are outside the norm that'll help prepare you for your coming weeks. Maybe it's you're not going to get an idea if you don't actually get out there and blend real life with your business, or just your creative side. There's so many things that you don't see just sitting on your butt at home. You got to get out there, whether it's a book, you know what? I love the classic library. Don't care what, I'm going to go spend some time in the library, just because it's a fad that's kind of going out of style. Unfortunately, that's the way the internet works. However, I personally find a lot of joy in going to the library, just sitting down, where it's really quiet, and just sitting there and indulging myself in a book. The beauty of the library, you've got to access to books that are just unbelievable there, and it's so much nicer than sitting at home, where you got your kids or you got your wife. It's difficult to finish a book when everybody's coming in and constantly asking you questions. It's like, hey, I'm really into this book. Let me finish chapter 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll get with you. But again, you're not going to know unless you get out there.
I think another aspect of, you can go after me, Kareem, sorry. Another aspect of remaining productive is, what's your white-hot burning desire? Because we know that white fire burns hotter than orange or blue. And Napoleon Hill, there he is again. I love that man. I wish I could have met him. Talks about having a burning desire that is white-hot. Now, if you don't have that, you're going to quit. You're going to give up. You're going to be like, nah, the grind is too hard. And I'm telling you, I'm so lucky I have the job I have. I just get up in the morning, I do mail for a living, and I come home, and I only work 3 hours a day. Okay, I am lucky that I only have a job that requires 3 hours of my time for my living costs and everything like that. I have some other sources of income as well. But I do odd jobs, things like that. But what the benefit of my main employment is the 3 hours. And during those 3 hours, I can have Earl Nightingale playing. I can have Bob Proctor playing. I can have Les Brown playing on my phone. My attention can be on personal development while I'm doing my deliveries, because all my routes are memorized. If I get a start or a stop for a newspaper, I just write it down on a list I have. Bang, it's locked in my memory. I can do that route on no sleep. Not that I do, but I can. So I am grateful that I have a job where I can still do stuff that I want to get done throughout the day and combine those tasks. And I'm very, very, very lucky. And I just want to make sure that you guys know that I don't know what kind of jobs you guys have, but what other job can you do that in except where you're working alone, delivering in a car? If you're lucky enough to be doing what Kareem's doing, where he's working an office job, doing statistical analysis and tech stuff, yeah, if nobody's looking, he can get something on his computer, or he can have something on his phone, but there's still people watching him. There's still people looking at his progress, and I'm not saying it happens every day, but people that deliver for a living or drive for a living have it made when it comes to other things they can engage in while they're driving. Because let's face it, driving, yes, it requires your attention, but you can drive and listen to something at the same time. You can walk and listen to something at the same time that's going to benefit you, that's going to help your consciousness evolve. And the technology now, like I'm so grateful to have a phone like I have, where I can store hundreds of megs of audio files on things that I want to learn, and then no matter where I am, I can just push play. It's incredible. And that's why I hope that people understand that technology, in my opinion, should be utilized first and foremost for education. Yeah, you can watch football on your phone. Yeah, you can text your girlfriend. Yeah, you can watch videos. But to me, your phone first and foremost should be for communication with important people and educating yourself. If you're a business owner, if you're not, fine, watch cat videos all day. But if you want to seriously own your life, utilize every tool you have to facilitate the changes you need to make in your subconscious mind. Because life is all about paradigms, ladies and gentlemen. Now, people are going to ask out there, what's a paradigm? Basically, a paradigm is a set of habits and behaviors that you engage on throughout your daily life. Well, here's a nugget for you new people watching our show. Those paradigms are creating the results that you're getting. So if you have a paradigm that is a non-productive and you're distracted easy and you're watching sports, but you want to write that book, you really want to write that book and you know it's going to be a bestseller, you got publishers waiting on your book, but your buddies come over with a 12-pack of beer and a bag of beer nuts and they're like, man, let's watch the Seahawks and the Patriots at Super Bowl time. And, your book has to be published the next day. And you go, no, I can contact my publishers and it's all good. Well, that's the universe telling you something. You see, the choices we make every day affect the paradigm that we're creating. So if you want that life that you see other people living and you're envious of, create it. Because nobody's going to do it for you. Put off watching that Super Bowl game. If you got a DVR, or now there's the internet where, you just got to go on a torrent site and you can basically download anything you want. Any content that is being streamed, somebody out there is archiving it for you. So you can watch that game next Sunday. You could watch that. You could do that. You could, hang out with your buddies next Sunday. If you've got a deadline for something, and I think it's important to point out that you must set deadlines for yourself. When you make a goal, set a deadline. I want to reach this goal by this time. I want to reach this goal by this time. If you miss it, it doesn't matter. What that does is it trains your mind to follow through on what you say you're going to do, because the worst person you can break any promise to is yourself. Go ahead, guys. Kareem's got a screen up. I just wanted to throw that out there. Hope you guys appreciate that. But that's what I've been learning through all this personal development, studying Napoleon Hill, Bob Proctor, reading all this stuff. It's making so much sense to me. It's like, yes, that is the truth. Because nobody out there has any more skill than anybody else. It's a matter of creating and developing skills. Because the human mind is capable of anything. Look at what we've done. Look at what we're doing right now. This was an idea in somebody's head. The internet, communication, video conferencing. This is all the result of somebody's thoughts. Everything that you experience in your life, everything you use, you love, you utilize to your advantage is a result of somebody else's idea and somebody's thoughts. So anybody that tells you the law of attraction is not real, anybody that tells you you can't create a life you want, life is circumstances, man, just don't listen to them. Tell them to go outside and look at their car and go, really, was Henry Ford, how did Henry Ford put 8 cylinders in a single block? How many times did he hear that couldn't be done? It got done. So, don't let anybody tell you anything's impossible. Cheers, guys. Go ahead.